So I might have done a dumb thing. I got a cell phone gimbal at Best Buy. So we'll see how it is. One of the reasons I didn't go with like a Zhiyun or the DJI Osmo Mobile was for the DJI, I've already had it. The handle is like holding onto a baseball bat. All the proprietary software and updates and charging port, all that stuff is just a little overkill. And all it comes with is a soft case to carry it in. This, meanwhile, comes in a nice, fairly robust hard case. The DJI was just wonky. I didn't like it at all. I got it back before I was doing these videos, so I didn't do a real review on it. But the reason I didn't go with the Zhiyun is pretty much only because I know I can return this if it doesn't work. I know that the Zhiyun is it's through Amazon, so you're gonna have to wait a few days to get it. And then you're gonna try it out, see how it works, and if you like it, then that's great. If you don't, then you're kind of stuck with it, or you have to pay return shipping, different things like that. I recently did a video on the Roxant stabilizer, the bigger stabilizer for my my A6500, and I didn't like that. Go watch the video if you want to see my thoughts on it. So I decided for my stabilized videos, I would go with my cell phone, which takes fairly decent video, I think, and my GoPro. So let's see how long it takes me to set this thing up compared to how long it took me to set that Roxant stabilizer up. It does come with 2 sets of batteries and a micro USB wall charger. I didn't have to even balance it. I just stuck my phone in it and it works. That's pretty cool. All right, so mode 2 is unlocked. It'll follow your hand any direction you point it. Up, left, right, down. Press the joystick 3 times. Now everything will always stay pointed in the same direction, pointed at the camera, no matter which way I turn. I'm actually pretty impressed with this thing already. And it was $100 less than the DJI Osmo Mobile. Another reason I didn't like the DJI Osmo Mobile is because it didn't have the 1/4-20 mount on the bottom. Not only that, but it wouldn't stand up like that. It wouldn't do that and it would fall over. So you didn't even have the option of setting it somewhere. You had to lay it down flat. Well, let's shoot some sample video with it. All right, so we're out here. I've got my phone. It does have optical stabilization built into it, and there's no way to turn it off, so that's just what it's gonna be. So I'm gonna walk down my yard, hand holding it, and then after that, we're gonna get the GoPro, which is on a little tripod, because that's typically how you're gonna be using one of those. Okay, this is one-handed. Just walking down my yard. I'm gonna turn around, put 2 hands on it, try and hold it a little bit steadier. Still walking at a pretty good pace, tripping over stuff. He's always crazy. Alright, so check out how fast the setup is on this gimbal. It packs down in 2 pieces into its little carry case. So we've put the handle on, put the phone in the gimbal, push and hold, and you're done. No balancing, no nothing. I just had the GoPro in this last night, so we're going to do the same exact test, but with the gimbal this time. Alright, walking with the gimbal at a pretty decent pace. And hello. Stupid thing. Alright, now I'm walking, trying to be a little bit more steady, like I was with two hands. And now just for kicks, let's run. Now for the GoPro, which has got zero stabilization, and there's tons of shaky GoPro footage out there that you've probably seen. Both my phone and the GoPro are done at 30 frames a second to kind of accentuate the jostliness. Right now, this is facing towards me. A little bit of selfie camera action. Just walking the exact same way as I did on the other tests. Alright, so now I'm going to rig my GoPro into my phone case. This seemed to work pretty well last night. Definitely not a permanent solution though. And there we go. We're all rigged up. Same format. We're going to do a selfie test as well as a forward-facing test. This is the forward-facing test. Now this GoPro is not perfectly balanced in this thing, so the motors might be fighting it at some point. And now the selfie test. I'll just stick it in and go. You hear that? That was the motors trying to fight it. Alright, hopefully that gives you a pretty good idea of how it performs. The GoPro is a little bit front heavy in this configuration, so the gimbal is kind of fighting to keep it pointed upright. Alright, so I've had this gimbal now for about 10 days, and I've noticed some really quirky, crazy things that it does. It works pretty well as far as keeping the camera still, but under some certain circumstances it does some wacky things. Like if you go sideways and you end up on the other side of it, it starts, well, maybe it's not doing it now. I've confused it. Okay, we're back where it just started doing crazy things. I'm just gonna move it around here and see if anything does end up happening, because at one point it just started furiously spinning and it almost threw my phone completely out of the holder. Alright, and now it's back. I don't know what. So, at the end of the day, here are my thoughts. You don't have to balance it, so it saves some time. You plug something in, you turn it on, you're good to go. The battery life is pretty good. I've been running on the same battery for about a week, week and a half without having to charge it. I charged them both up when I first got it, but I haven't had to change it since. It seems well built. The controls are easy. There's an app that comes with it that is just completely useless. If you needed it for only a phone and for very just basic, specific walking and shooting kind of stuff, then this would work just fine. But even at times when I would try and point down at something, like the other day I was shooting the back of this camera and I tried to point down to point at it, and it just started glitching and twitching all over the place. I'm going to show you a quick clip of something that I shot earlier today where I was trying to follow Sarge around, and when I went to turn around, I ended up getting behind it or something, and it just starts jumping all over the place really sporadically. So I can't say I would particularly recommend this one. The price was okay, but some of the other more popular brands on Amazon may be a better direction to go for about the same price. So I hope this video was helpful and interesting, and if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next one.